Gary DeLeo up here in Trotters with Hall of Famer Joe Klecko. Joe Klecko just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Joe, how does it feel to be a Hall of Famer?
Well, life's been different. I'll give you that much. It's a great thing we've been waiting for a long time, 30 years. But now that it has happened, I tell you, it's been a whirlwind since it's happened in August, and it's been just a wonderful ride.
I think as an athlete, probably the greatest award or accomplishment you could get is in being into the Hall of Fame. And I got to tell you, all the fans here were always rooting for you for many, many years, including myself, all the Jet fans here. And let me ask you a question. When did you get the phone call, and who gave you that phone call?
Oh, well, basically I got the knock on the door. It was Joe Namath. They came to my house, and they wanted to keep it a secret. They called my daughter because I have one child at home. She's not married yet. And they called her and said, you got to get your dad home to stay home by noon this one day. And she said, oh, don't worry, my mom can make my dad do anything. So we waited around, and here it come to say, but got a knock on the door, and I thought they were bringing me lunch, and here it was Joe Namath. And Joe was standing there with about 5 cameras behind him. I knew what it was.
I guess all those two-a-days and those wind sprints all paid off for all these years, huh?
Well, you don't look at that. Actually, when I started, it was basically, gee, I hope I make it, if I was a pro football player. But then as I went along and I figured out, I can be good at this if I work hard. And that's what it is. It's a lot of work. And to make people understand it, I don't think you can, of all the work that you have to put in. But when you get elected to the Hall of Fame, it's all worth it.
So I guess you've been asked these questions. You have one person you think that can kind of push you to be the player that you become?
The player that pushed me? Well, I had idols, and I looked at 2 great guys. It was Bob Lilly and Merlin Olsen, okay? They were the guys that basically I wanted to imitate. And but as far as, pushing me, I did that myself. Nobody pushed Joe harder than Joe, so it was pretty cool.
All right, listen, so you graduated to Temple. From Temple, you became an NFL player, and now here you are now all these years later. I got to say, you've had a great life and a great career. And, Joe, so what do you think about today's game, the difference than when you played and how it is played now?
Well, there's not much different. It's a much bigger, faster game. The guys are bigger. The guys are faster. It evolved from like when we played from the Bronco Nagurski days to our days, until now. And to now, the game itself, the athletes are so much bigger, and the receivers today they look like linebackers, so the game has evolved a lot.
Well, listen, we were here all night. You did a lot of autographs downstairs. I can't believe the fans were lined up. It took more than we thought time-wise. Everybody loves you, Joe, and I want to congratulate you, us, all our Jet fans, and everybody here in New Jersey. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Oh, it's been great, and I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Okay. All right, guys, we'll be back later for another race.